There's rumors of Jung Kook on a date with someone and some new photos that have come out and what people have been saying about these photos. We also have RM talking about leaked information and all his private stuff. So hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai, hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab your dumplings, hey spilling mug merch, and let's go. I would say one of the most important things you can do as someone who has either hosted a celebrity appearance, owns a business that celebrities go to, or is friends with celebrities is to keep the celebrities' privacy. Stacking a few more dollars off of the celebrity is 100% less valuable than just having the celebrity as a friend and keeping their trust. By exposing the celebrity's secrets for things like more exposure or money is definitely not worth it if you're a business owner, because if the celebrity exposes that you do that, then you'll get backlash by these celebrity supporters, but also none of their celebrity friends will ever go to your business in fear of their secrets or privacy being exposed. Now, this is just a more general opinion that I have. I don't know the full backstory about what I'm about to talk about, so take everything within the media with a grain of salt. RM recently visited a temple. This visit was supposed to be low-key and wasn't supposed to be known to the public. It was just a quick getaway for him. He just released Indigo and needed a bit of a break. By the way, I do react to the several songs from Indigo as well as his recent concerts, so if you want to fangirl with me, check out my Patreon. The limited $1 tier is currently open if you're interested. Anywho, after RM left, he actually posted some photos of his visit on Instagram to show that he actually did have a good time there. Very soon after he left and posted those photos, RM noticed an article written about his visit. You can imagine the shock that RM had, as there's many places that BTS members visit that are able to keep the visit a secret, especially places like a temple where there are usually no paparazzi that appear, so the visits are usually very quiet and low-key. Also, these are people of God, so there could even be a possibility some of these people at the temple might be unaware of who RM even is. The article exposed some private conversations that RM and one of the monks had at the temple. Conversations like how long he will be there and what RM typically donates every year. RM is a very humble person, so of course he doesn't care, or maybe would prefer the donations to be private. So it seemed like RM didn't like that being exposed. However, none of that was the issue, and fans were not mad at that. Allegedly, the monk asked RM how RM felt about the military service and if RM was upset that he and the rest of BTS were not allowed this exemption to the military. And it's funny because it seemed like even off camera and in a more private setting, RM tends to answer the questions very eloquently and very diplomatically. RM responded to say that he is happy to enlist and will enlist and sees the enlistment as a way to turn into an adult. While that seems to be genuinely how RM feels, I can only imagine how terrible he must feel knowing that if he had said something else and that was leaked to the media, RM would now be in a scandal. People were furious at the temple, and interestingly enough, RM actually ended up addressing this issue, which is something that the members tend to stray or shy away from. RM posted several stories on Instagram with a screenshot showing the news articles and then a caption saying that he didn't realize there would be a whole story about his visit, and then ended his series of stories by posting that he will not be doing this again and will be going into a different temple next time, and then added the hashtag low-key must be low-key. And this is probably the most angry you're going to see of RM. Armies of course picked up on this story and they all went and attacked the temple. Clearly RM was really mad, and I can definitely understand why. The monk of the temple did come out and give a statement on things. He mentioned that they do not know how the media got a hold of this story and that they did not leak it. The fandom does not believe that answer and does not like that answer, as they say over and over again, if no one told the media, then how did this story get out? With amazing comments like, so the story just picked itself up and walked to the media? And I can definitely understand that point, but I don't really have much to say on that. You can draw your own conclusion on what you think happened. The individual members have been doing a lot, and I'm glad to see them kind of relaxing and taking it somewhat easy before their enlistment. RM going to the temple is definitely supposed to be relaxing, and then we have Jung Kook actually going out and having a bit of fun himself, which is super nice. Jung Kook has often been spotted going out to restaurants which are so fun and fresh. We love a foodie. He typically is known by the public to have visited a restaurant only after he leaves, and not even by pictures but by a signature. As if you ask him to take a photo, he sometimes says no due to the regulations that Hybe has for photos. Jungkook has said before that he personally does not mind the photos, but it's Hybe's rule. However, this photo we are talking about today that was circulated was taken by, I believe, a fan that had appeared at the restaurant that day. I don't think they were stalkers as much as everyone else thinks, but I do think that they just happened to be there at the restaurant at the same time. It was spotted that Jungkook was sitting next to a woman, and it appeared like the two were very close. This sparked dating rumors and rumors of the two were touching, etc. Just a lot of stuff. These photos ended up going viral, and then apparently the store was now under a microscope. Netizens then started to message the store owner to get an answer. This bothers me a lot, because this is not a situation in which you need to bother a store owner. A small business owner or any business owner is extremely busy. They simply do not have time to address concerns that don't matter. Whether Jungkook is dating or isn't dating, not only does that not affect the netizen's life, but doesn't affect the store owner, and it affects no one. However, these netizens taking time, which is money, from these store owners to get an answer that does not matter or change anything is so silly to me. To be frank here, the only thing these store owners care about is making money and supporting their family and community. The petty dating stuff and all that nonsense that does not matter to them, and every single person goes through personal stuff and hardships. I would say business owners go through a lot too, because they have to keep their business alive, and then they have personal issues like death or any normal human issue they have to deal with on top of an already very shaky career. Imagine someone is dying in their family and you're messaging them saying, let me just have one moment of your time. I need to know if Jungkook is dating. Like, seriously? Why do you need to know? As if it's an urgent thing? But anyway, netizens did that anyway, and apparently directly messaged the store owner on Instagram and had a bit of a back and forth to discover that Jungkook was not dating, and the store owner shut down the rumors fast. The store owner reported that allegedly Jungkook was there. He was there with some other people, and the store owner believed that the woman was Jungkook's staff or a staff member. It was not anyone that Jungkook was involved with romantically. People, before getting all this information, were trying to look up which staff member it was. They had come to the conclusion that it was likely the several female staff members that were seen in the behind the scenes footage of Jungkook getting his makeup done over the years. There were even a staff member a little while ago that was rumored to have fallen in love with BTS members and quit, and wasn't seen for a while in the behind the scenes video. But I believe that was debunked, as they reported seeing her again. But all this is speculation. I also think it's very weird that people would assume that a staff member that Jungkook would have known for many years, maybe even a decade, that Jungkook would have any interest in dating her. This is the part that I find interesting, because the people that you work with, how many of them would you date? And maybe you've known them for years. And actually that could be a reason why you wouldn't be interested in them, because you've known them for years. Like, the staff would have seen Jungkook grow up from a boy to what he is now. I'm sorry, you don't fall in love with someone you have seen grow up from a teenager to a man. That's kind of weird. That would feel more like the staff's son than a love interest. And it's also believed that the staff has to be married or in a relationship before joining Hybe, but that's a rumor, that's not confirmed. Either way, even if Jungkook was on a date, that is his situation. And I don't think the people who took the photo were posting it with the intention to show the world that Jungkook is quote unquote dating. I think they posted it with the intention to just show that Jungkook was in the same place as them. However, I would urge people, if you do see Jungkook in public and you simply cannot help yourself but snap a photo, then just don't post it. Keep it to yourself and just enjoy the memory yourself, knowing that Jungkook was at your favorite place. Because the photo ended up causing trouble for the store owner, and as they needed to answer an abundance of messages about Jungkook dating. And this probably overflooded or overtook the messages that were actually about the shop and food there. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, a link down below. Thanks for this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.